Hey, this is probably going to be the last guide for this game. I don't really have a whole lot else to cover, but I'm sure you've noticed once you get to the end game, it can take a pretty ridiculous amount of time to grind things out normally, especially if you're trying to upgrade your stuff. Like for instance, I've been working on the ninja set because I got tired of the other armor set and how dumb it made me look, especially with all the patchwork assorted pieces. So I've been working on getting these to +9 to kind of offset the fact that the ninja set is a 5-star armor set and the other set I was using was 6-star. So the first thing you'll want to do is make sure that you can refill a shop, because this will make it so that you can upgrade the machina. And once you upgrade the machina to a certain point, it actually starts bringing stuff back and not failing so much. Now, the only way you can really refill the shop is with joint operations. Now, I found that the Maharoba Hills one is actually the fastest one to do, because all you have to do is go back into town to reset it. Now, whatever group of monsters that you fight when you do the joint operation actually determines the reward you get. It will be the same every time. So you can actually take note of which monsters you fight and which one gives the reward that you're after. Obviously the most valuable one is the shop refill. Now I can tell you from experience that when you fight 20 pale imps, that is the one that gives you the shop refill. Now it's random, so I don't know if it'll give me that, but I'm going to go ahead and show the procedure. Here we go. Perfect. I think this one will be the shot refill. There you go. Supply unit. So at this point, you just run back to town. I still wish this game just straight up gave you a teleport instead of making you run back. I don't know why they made it this way. Luckily, the game is not too overbearing with the open world, so it doesn't take that long. You'll have to excuse me, I have a terrible sense of direction. But I'm not going to redo the video because it actually gave me the right material. Well, that was only a couple seconds, so I hope you'll forgive me for that. But once you get back into town, you notice that the joint operation has already reset. So if you're close to a barrier stone, sometimes the joint operation will be right by this barrier stone. So you can just go back to town and reset it that way. As soon as you go in through those doors, the thing will reset. So since I got lucky this time, it actually reset the shop. Yes. There you go. So as you can see, he's got these. This is one of the most valuable things you can get from a shop reset or refill, because you need these for pretty much everything involving the machina mechanic. And he will stock 3 every single time. So if you want to actually use that mechanic, this is pretty much the only feasible way to do it, because the burning stones, the drop rate for those things is pathetically low otherwise. You also get the machina circuits from this, which you'll need to upgrade your machina as well. So that's one thing down. That will help with the machina mechanic.
Ooh.
You'll also get a bunch of free carpenter upgrades too, which will cut down on the cost it takes to upgrade the machina, because that can take quite a bit of money as well. So to upgrade your gear quickly, I'm sure you've noticed that the materials it takes can get pretty ridiculous past a certain point. For instance, I'm working on this piece right now. I need 3 diamonds to upgrade it once. That can be pretty obnoxious otherwise, but if you do it this way, it'll actually be pretty easy. So you go to phase 7-1, first one here. Choose whatever your best allies are. And then just go into the mission. Not much of note to say here. Some of the easy go to town. Sometimes you get lucky like this and other together. It can take a little less time. There you go. Now, obviously I got a little lucky there because they grew together, but it should take about 2 minutes max to finish this mission. So let the result screen populate and you can see how many you got. So I got 2 diamonds and 2 mysterious claw larges. Now the amount of those materials that you can get, the claws and the diamonds, it can vary from either 2 to 5, so 2, 3, 4, 5. But since you're clearing it in about 2 minutes or under, the RNG for that won't matter. If you can do it like 10 times in 10 minutes or so, 20 minutes or something like that, and pretty much max out one piece of gear. So that was enough to fund one upgrade just right there. Now, I've been having a problem. This is my 3rd take of this video, which is why I sound a little exasperated. The game's just been randomly, infinitely loading, so I'm not going to show this mission. But if you want Arahabaki Statues, this is the fastest place to do it, apparently. Yeah, it's just a solo boss fight, so just take your best AI allies. It shouldn't take more than a couple minutes. You can get the Arahabaki Statues from there. I believe he also drops some other materials that you can use to craft them in the professor's house. This is the fastest way to optimize gear. If you're tired of your build, or you're tired of your armor, or you're trying to diversify into another weapon build, this is the fastest way to do it. I got lucky there with the supply restock, but since you can just run back into town and reset it, you can just do it the fastest way that way. I do not know if you do the joint operations in other areas, if it determines what materials the shop restocks with, but if you just want to restock the shop to upgrade your machina and get some other materials like the burning stones, and that is the fastest way to do it. Anyway, I hope this helps. This is probably going to be my last guide for this game for a while unless I figure out something else to cover, but I think I've covered all the bases at this point. Someone else has probably covered some of the more advanced stuff as well. Anyway, hope this helps. Peace.